There's this massive, often untapped, river of capital just waiting to pour into Nigerian real estate. And it's coming from the diaspora. But turning that potential into actual deals, that requires a very specific kind of bridge. And it's all about trust. So let's get into how you build it.
First, let's just talk about the scale here. We're talking billions, with a B. Billions of dollars are sent home every single year by Nigerians living abroad. And a huge chunk of that isn't just for family support. It's specifically for investing in property. This isn't flighty, speculative money. It's a steady, long-term flow of capital from people who are genuinely eager to invest back home.
So here it is, the multi-billion-dollar question. How do you actually tap into this? Because this is not easy money. Diaspora investors are smart, they're connected, but they are also, for very good reasons, incredibly cautious. Earning their trust is everything. It's the only key that unlocks the door, and that's exactly what we're going to break down.
All right, so where do we even begin? Well, before you can sell a single plot of land or a single apartment, you have to understand who you're talking to. And let me tell you, diaspora investors are way more complex than just a source of foreign currency.
First things first, and this is probably the most important rule. There is no single diaspora investor. Treating them all the same, like one big group, that is the absolute fastest way to fail. A one-size-fits-all sales pitch will get you absolutely nowhere.
I mean, just look at the diversity we're talking about. You've got first-gen migrants who are driven by the dream of owning a family home. Then you've got second-gen folks who are looking for a tangible connection to their heritage. Then there are the professionals who are laser-focused on passive income. You've got retirees planning their next chapter, and even organized institutional groups pooling their money. Each one of these segments has a totally different why, which means your approach has to be custom-built for them.
Okay, so we know who they are. Now, let's talk about the biggest hurdle you're going to face, what I call the wall of worry. Understanding exactly why these highly motivated investors pump the brakes is the key to getting them to press go.
And look, this isn't just your standard investor caution. No, we're talking about something much deeper, heightened risk sensitivity. It's not irrational paranoia. It's a completely rational defense mechanism that's been built up from being thousands of miles away and hearing way too many horror stories from back home.
And these are the specific fears that keep people up at night. These are not abstract concepts. These are the real, tangible risks that blow up the family WhatsApp groups. Stories of buying a piece of land that, oops, was already sold to 3 other people, or watching a development that was promised in 2 years just stall out completely.
And it really all boils down to this one simple fact. Distance is a risk multiplier. You can't just hop in the car on a Saturday and drive by the site to see the progress. You can't just pop into a government office to verify a piece of paper. When you're thousands of miles away, every little uncertainty feels like a massive red flag. So, that's the wall of worry. How do you tear it down? Well, you don't. You build a bridge of trust right over it. And this is where we shift from just understanding the problem to the actual actionable solutions.
It all rests on these 3 pillars, and believe me, they are completely non-negotiable. Number 1, unshakable documentation that can be independently verified. Number 2, institutional-level professionalism in every single email, every phone call, every interaction. And number 3, proactive, consistent communication that leaves 0 room for doubt.
I mean, this slide says it all. This is the fundamental shift you have to make. The old way of doing business, the informal, don't worry, just trust me approach, is a massive red flag. It's a deterrent. Diaspora investors live and work in highly structured, transparent systems, so they expect clear, ironclad contracts, not verbal promises. They need scheduled progress reports, not radio silence for 3 months.
Okay, so once you've built that foundation of trust, you need the right tools for the job. Remember, you are dealing with a global audience, so your toolkit has to be global ready.
This is where technology becomes your absolute best friend. It's how you shrink the globe and close that distance gap. You can offer live virtual tours so they can walk the property from their living room in London or Houston. Use drone footage to show the incredible scale of the project. Give them a secure online portal where they can log in 24/7 and see every single one of their documents. It's all about making the entire process radically transparent, no matter where they are in the world.
Now look, the emotional pull of home is powerful. It's a great starting point. But emotion alone does not sign checks. It's not enough. You have to back it up with cold, hard data. Build a rational, logical case for why this is a smart investment. Show them the numbers on local infrastructure development, on rental yields in the area, on population growth. You have to win their head, not just their heart.
And finally,
You have to show them you understand their financial world. Offer flexible payment structures. Things like milestone-based payments. I mean, that's huge. Paying as construction progresses builds incredible confidence. It proves that your success is tied to their success, and that you are confident you're going to deliver.
All right, so let's talk about the end game. What's the real goal here? Because I'm telling you, it's not about just closing one deal. It's about thinking so much bigger and playing the long game.
And this right here, this is the mindset shift that separates the absolute best from everybody else. You're not just selling a property, you are starting a partnership. Your goal is to help them generate wealth, because your success is directly tied to their success, long after the papers are signed.
So, how do you prove it's a real partnership? Simple. You don't disappear after the sale. You offer these critical post-acquisition services. For an investor living abroad, knowing that a professional on the ground is managing their asset, finding good tenants, handling maintenance, sending clear financial reports, that's not just valuable, it's a total game changer. It transforms you from a simple seller into a true, indispensable partner. So ultimately, this is the new gold standard. Your role changes. You become a partner in wealth creation. You actively help your diaspora clients win with their investment. Because when they win, you win. And you know what happens then? They tell their friends, their colleagues, their family, and the whole cycle starts again.
So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Is the future of Nigerian real estate built on global trust? Because as global capital becomes more and more critical, the developers and agents who master this, well, they won't just succeed. They're going to be the ones who define the future of the entire industry.